Okay, many of you have said that we fear that we are a dormitory suburb of Sydney and will become even more so, but in the wake of BlueScope's announcement and BHP Billiton's enormous profit and hunger for workers, fly-in, fly-out schemes might mean we become a dormitory suburb of Queensland and Western Australia. How do we stop this literal flight away from Wollongong? Jill Merrin.
A big question, and it goes to the long-term unemployment in the city. It's not just in the last few days that we're facing a poor future for a lot of people who are disenfranchised, and we have large areas, especially in the south of Wollongong, which have had generational disadvantage and unemployment, even though we did rely on heavy industry in the area. So it goes further than just recent developments. There's a few things. For a start, I think the mining super profits tax is something that needs to be introduced. Council can try to influence federal and state governments to make sure that things that are useful for employment in our region take place. Such a tax that was supported by the Greens in the Rudd years was watered down more recently. That could have, and still could, contribute to a sovereign wealth fund which could support manufacturing in the area. We should also be looking at supporting small business, as some of the other speakers have said. There are a lot of opportunities here for partnerships with some of the smaller groups. I work with Healthy Cities Illawarra. That's one of the examples of a small non-government organisation, and there are youth groups, charity groups, art groups, health groups, which could be supported, and they could lead to very small amounts of new start-up businesses and small amounts of jobs, but they all add up. We talked about employment.
So once you take a couple of breaths, it probably means that the minute's up, Jill.
Oh, okay. Just one more thing, and that was the other one was the Transforming Australia conference most recently, with the Green Jobs Initiative as a major project in this area. We would totally support. There are so many opportunities that have arisen through the Green Jobs Initiative, and they're all supported through the RDA. And we would see that there are enormous amounts of opportunities in sustainable industries, in small and medium industries in this area, and they include things like wind farm, renewable energy production, and skills development in green alternative energies, and green industries.
Okay. Sean Prince, your reaction.
Thanks, Nick. In the spirit of the morning show, I digress.
Well, I don't know whether I'm going to let you.
I'm going to do it briefly. I've spoken about what I do in terms of economic development. Look, anyone wants to talk to me, I can talk for hours about that. Feel free, but I'm not going to let something slip now. It's clear some of the candidates don't really understand the role of a Lord Mayor or a council, or councillors. Gordon Bradbury's just referred to the General Manager being in charge of the administration of the council. That is partly correct, but look, we've got to remember how we got to where we are. We had a rogue General Manager that determined he was the CEO. Gordon, you referred to the Local Government Act. It is clear under the Local Government Act that the Lord Mayor is the CEO of the organisation. If we want to prevent things like, and you talked about things, how are we going to deal with not going down the same route as we did previously with regard to planning? This is about supervision. As Lord Mayor of this City Council, I will be there 9 to 5 every day and longer if necessary. Unlike you, Gordon, I will be moving through the organisation and I'll make it my business to know what's going on from level 10 down to level 1 and every other building that Council's got anything to do with. It's not interference, it's supervision. These people here are from the business community. Who here knows the CEO that sits in his office and has no interaction with his staff and can somehow fulfil his responsibilities? It's not possible. It is exactly what the Local Government Act expects of a Lord Mayor. In fact, it's who here expects the Lord Mayor to be supervising what goes on at council? You all do. Of course you do.
Stimulating answer, Sean, but it's not really about stopping a flight away from Wollongong to Western Australia and Queensland.
Well, it is indirectly, because what the business community and others who want to invest in this city want to know is that the Lord Mayor is actually clear on what his role and responsibilities are.
Okay, have you got a final comment just on the question?
Well, look, I think, like I said, leads into what I talked about earlier, but clearly what we need to do is we need to get out and we need to market what the city has to offer, and we need to make sure that we're providing opportunity so that people don't need to leave the city in the first place. Providing opportunity, in fact, so that the 20 to 25,000 people that commute out of our city every day can come back and work in this city. So that the $10, a day that these people are spending in Sydney, which is, $1 million a week, $50 million a year, can be spent back in this city, Nick.